Thank you for coming today. You get a sound level, is that okay?
Yep, sounds all good.
Okay. Thank you for coming today. Obviously speaking to the people of Minden Hills, the water levels went up again 5 centimeters overnight. They continue to rise. We've had the unfortunate news that overnight that the Monk Funeral Home lost their fight with the water and have abandoned the funeral home in town. As a byproduct of the water, we also had a water main break that on Water Street of all streets overnight. It has been remedied that there's water back on the Highway 35 stretch. Canadian Tire and 10 houses are affected. That there's plans that they'll have water be made available to them. I just want to say that we're still not out of the woods. I'm not as despondent as I might have been 10 or 12 hours ago. What I can tell you after our conference call today, it's the belief that 12 Mile may crest today. And of those people that know the hierarchy, 12 Mile down into Horseshoe, and then the water that we see in Minden, Horseshoe water levels are in lockstep with those in town. Horseshoe went up another 5 centimeters overnight as well. That potentially within the next 24 hours, we could see this crested. The bridge, as you can see under the water underneath it, we're in a critical zone. We may or may not dodge it. As you will see, the hydro volunteers are here to sandbag our municipal office if it doesn't go the way that we would intend it to. There's some more road closures. Downtown Bobcaygeon Road is to be closed tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. We've had a number of road closures, and those that are around last weekend, there's a lot of curious and interested people, so there'll be some more definite traffic management with OTP and others for the weekend. People that are in need, the food bank is set up with the emergency center at the SG Nesbitt. The Red Cross are on hand there for those that need support or lodging or food. There are meals being served there daily. And we continue to persevere. Like I say, I'm far more optimistic than I was 24 hours ago. We still, we may dodge the 13 levels in the bridge shoving water out on the land, and I'm relatively optimistic today that that's the case. But certainly, there's a lot of misinformation out there. There has only been 2 hydro disconnections to date on single properties, and Hydro and the Electrical Authority are on top of that, and we will manage that day by day. If people are in need, we still continue to say to self-evacuate. There is not any forced evacuation at this time, and unless things change drastically to the negative in the next 24 hours, that's not likely to happen. And just we continue to persevere. As you can see, sandbagging operations continue in case they don't go as we may wish, and you know, we will carry on. It's been, for some of us, staff and others on the EOC, this is we're into day 11 here, so people are starting to get tired, but the sun coming out and potentially that it may crest in the next 24 hours is very, very good news. That 24 hours ago I was not very optimistic at all, and that we're accepting registrations for volunteers at the municipal office and up at the arena. And donations, there's been lots of people that have given up their time, that those that want to give of money, obviously the food bank, charity groups, and faith groups, but the Red Cross is set up and registered. We are under a national flood program, whatever, so contributions to the Red Cross will come to our community. So there are lots of avenues for those that wish to give of their money and rather than their time, and we thank them for all of the above, time and money. And that's the end of my prepared statement. Are there specific questions from members of the press? Well, you have it.
Yeah, I have one. MPP Lori Scott, she put out a call to the government to get ODRAP representatives out here as soon as possible. Any idea when they're arriving, or?
Well, so there's a couple of things. First of all, from the minister's point of view, it has to crest. So that's part of it. And if you'll see in some of the other communities like Renfrew that have already are under the program, they have crested. I would say that we should hopefully be in that situation in not too many days. There's also internally some information that they require that we're giving them, and also from